What is up, everybody? It is your boy Trader Mayne here with another altcoin series video for y'all. So got a good video for you guys today. Seen a little bit of an uptick on Bitcoin back above that 40K handle when we had that first move up to 45K. I was expecting a pullback to about 38.40 to get long. We dipped below that kind of gray box and 40K level I had marked out for a couple of days. Now we're back above. Now we're pulling back. So what the bulls want to see here is a hold of that kind of 39, 40K region, in my opinion. If it gets back below there, I think that's bad. I think we go lower. So we're going to take a look at Bitcoin. The way that I'm going to tie this into altcoins is we're going to talk about the possibility of if Bitcoin has another move up, what does that mean for altcoins? Are we going to see altcoins, fly? This has been one of the first Bitcoin rallies in a while where altcoins haven't massively outperformed Bitcoin. Some did, but many did not. Main altcoin being Ethereum underperformed Bitcoin on this recent move. So we're going to be looking at that, and we'll take a look at BTC dominance and just a few other things that I think you should pay attention to. The FBTC ratio, where if the bulls do catch a dip here at the 40K region and we do have another push towards, the mid to high 40s, should you be longing altcoins? Should you be longing Bitcoin? What's going to be the higher beta play? Higher beta meaning what's going to have more volatility. We'll talk about that. We'll take a quick look at a couple of altcoins so I can kind of give you guys some examples of where I think the dips may come to and which ones I'd be watching in terms of potential buy the dip opportunities, assuming Bitcoin does catch the bid. And yeah, we'll go from there. I did do a great stream yesterday with Cold-Blooded Chiller. It was almost 2 hours, alpha packed. I highly suggest you watch it. It's already got like 5K views on the channel. It was just recorded yesterday. So check that out. Not your typical stream. It's more of kind of just like a fun conversation between two traders. CBS has been in the space for a long time. He's been trading for a decade. So definitely tons of alpha. Highly suggest you check that out and leave me some comments below in terms of people you'd like to see me chat with. I really like doing those types of streams. Switches things up a little bit from just the pure PA on the channel and technical analysis, talking to people and getting some different opinions of people who maybe trade differently than me. So with that being said, let's get directly into the charts and start breaking this shit down. All right, guys, we're into the charts now. So let's take a quick look at everything that I kind of discussed here. So Bitcoin, obviously we caught that bid. I didn't catch the bid. I mean, it caught a bid here. So this is a chart I posted on Twitter where I had the fib pull from here to here. I said we have this 12-hour demand that could cause us to get a bounce. What I didn't like is we kind of already had that initial retest here and then a move away. But if you pulled your fib from this low to that high, you got that deep kind of 78.6% retracement forming right here. And I said this would be the long case, right? You've got demand. There's an area where we could see a bounce. It lined up with the fibs as well, and we ended up seeing a bounce here. So personally, I didn't long it. Maybe I was playing Elden Ring. Maybe I should have been paying more attention, because if you look at the low time frame, one of the triggers, even though it wasn't an SFP, is you had, a break of the low. So we're at that support area, we broke a low, and then we instantly rallied away. So that's usually a pretty good long trigger. And as you can see, as soon as we broke that low, instant reclaim, what started happening? Bullish order block, bounce. Bullish order block, bounce, right? So it started putting in that bullish market structure. Then we obviously had that 1 hour huge candle to the upside. So GG to those that caught those longs. And now we're looking at, a little bit of weakness here. I mean, this is kind of a standard pattern you'll see when Bitcoin's about to pull back, right? Where it's these kind of diminishing highs, right? And then lower highs. Just looks like it's rounding off there. Breaks a low here, puts in a lower high, breaks another low, puts in a lower high, and now it's selling off. So I was expecting this. When we were at about 42, I posted this chart and I said, okay, I want to see how we react back at the 40K level, right? Back down into here. So this is kind of where I want to see this pullback come to, this 40,500 down to about 40,000 area, maybe a little lower, but we've had that level marked for a while on the charts. Initially, I wanted to see actually this downside get capped there, but we went below, we're back above. Now I really want to see this area hold. I don't think we should get back below 40K for any significant period of time if this is going to make another move towards the range highs at 45. So this is an area where I'll be looking for strength, 40,500 and down. You could possibly start looking here. Maybe that area gets front run. So if we start seeing something bullish here, or maybe it comes a little lower, we'll be looking for reasons to get long for another push to 45. Below here, and it stays below here, target 37, and then target the next level down if it loses that, low 30s. series. So what's that mean for altcoins? Well, we saw Ethereum move up as well in sync with Bitcoin. Bitcoin's kind of leading the market, right? We've been talking about this move on BTC dominance for a while. You look at the 3-day chart, we're putting in like a triple bottom, like I said. So you have your range low, your range high, one touch, two touch, third drive down, and now it's pushing away. So if this moves up and let's say Bitcoin rallies, what you're gonna wanna do is compare your altcoins versus Bitcoin to determine if they're a better long than just longing Bitcoin itself, right? So what I mean by that is if you look at Luna, for example, which we also smashed, right? We talked about being bullish here. I drew this level out on the last altcoin video. I said, this is a retest area, that 12-hour demand, look at that, boom, launched. So you got a second leg there. So this leg was laid out and then this leg was laid out. So hopefully you guys made some money on that. I did not. Too much Elden Ring. But Luna, for example, Luna versus Bitcoin had been trending down obviously for some time, but what we're seeing here, oh, this is LTC. I'm like, why does this look so shit? Luna BTC. I was like, wait a minute, am I gonna have to fucking try and make up some bullshit? Much better. Luna BTC, for example, clearly outperforming Bitcoin. So when we had that dip, what was the higher beta play for longs, BTC or Luna? It's gonna be Luna. Sorry to interrupt the charting session here, guys, but I do want to give a quick shout out to the partners on the video. First partner is PrimeXBT. So you guys know I've been working with Prime for a while now. It's an exchange that I actively trade on. Right now we're running a new promotion. So same information as usual. Use the link in the description. Use the code Mayne50. And this time you can get up to $7,000 in deposit bonuses on any money you deposit into your trading account there. The one thing you have to make sure that you do when you set up the account using the link in the description, please do that first. Before you deposit any money, you're gonna wanna enter the promo code Mayne50. After you've done that, then when you deposit the money, you're eligible for those bonuses up to $7,000 USD. So shout out to the Prime team. If you have any questions about the exchange itself, anything like that, or the promo, feel free to shoot me a message. This video is also in partnership with Syscoin. Syscoin is a blockchain platform that's trying to take the best of both Bitcoin's security and Ethereum's malleability and scalability and create a protocol that will allow people who are creating applications on the Web3 to do so on an awesome platform. Syscoin's actually been around since 2014. They're continuing to grow the ecosystem, continuing to work on things and develop. Most recently, they've partnered with Pegasus, and Pegasus is now running their test net on the Syscoin platform. They've also just partnered with Decentralab. Another important part about that partnership is they're actually working with Chainport, which is the bridging service offered by Decentralab. So it's going to be a hard security next gen cross-chain bridge, which will support full interoperability. So being able to chain your coins between different bridges is obviously something that's very important in DeFi. You want to take advantage of whatever farming and staking opportunities there may be on different blockchain protocols. You need to be able to bridge to them. They're continuing to grow. This is an ecosystem and a coin that has continued to iterate, make new partnerships, continue to grow the ecosystem. Thanks so much to Syscoin for obviously partnering with me on this video. Now let's look at Solana. I don't hate Solana down here. If Bitcoin does catch a bid and has another move, I think Solana's put in a nice, similar to that dominance chart, 1, 2, 3 taps. So if Bitcoin's able to, rally, retest and go, I think this could be a good long opportunity, but you are gonna wanna look, on this most recent Bitcoin pump, Solana barely moved. Not as much as Bitcoin. Bitcoin went up almost 15%, Solana less than 10. Well, look at Solana BTC and ask yourself which of these two assets is stronger. Right now, Bitcoin. We are coming into some demand here. So if Bitcoin's able to catch a bid and Solana BTC catches a bid, that could look good for a Solana long. And what I also like about BTCD there is this kind of bottom formation here looks very similar to this. Right? So if this rallies, that could be a BTC-led rally, meaning you want to focus on longing Bitcoin. There will be some alts that outperform, but the majority might underperform Bitcoin, right? So maybe that's how you hedge. You hedge with alts, right? XMR had an interesting kind of pump, right? There was some talk of privacy coins. I don't know if it was with the leaked regulatory nothing burger news from the White House or what, but there was some noise going around on privacy coins. We saw a crazy pump on Monero here, almost 80%, 76% here, which is nuts, but that looks like a short squeeze if I had to guess. So I'd be careful with this one. FTM, for example, much weaker than Bitcoin. So Bitcoin rallied to 42 and FTM barely moved, and that little tiny move it had up, it's already retracing. Look at FTM versus Bitcoin. Well, there's your answer. This thing everything's in free fall. So if Bitcoin's gonna catch a bid, if you're trying to play alts, look at that altcoin versus Bitcoin before making your decision. That's kind of the point of this video. Luna, there was confluence. The USD pair looked good. Bitcoin was moving up. The BTC pair looked good. That's kind of your 3 key factors that this is going to be a good long for that alt. Ethereum BTC, the king of the alts here, has been following our squiggly quite closely here. We deviated the range high. I talked about this move back to the range EQ, and I said it's got to hold here if it's going to push back up or it's going down. And as you can see, we are consolidating below the mid-range, and it looks like this wants to puke lower. So again, what does that mean? It means do not look at your altcoins versus Ethereum right now. If you want to long an altcoin, you want to compare it to Bitcoin, because if Bitcoin's going to have another leg up, but you want a long alt for a potentially higher beta move, you need to look at it versus Bitcoin to see if it's outperforming. If that USD pair looks good, but the BTC pair doesn't, even if the USD pair goes up, it's gonna go up less than Bitcoin. Now, this works in the reverse as well. Let's say Bitcoin loses the 40K floor and dumps. Well, if the BTC pair of your alt is also in a downtrend and Bitcoin dumps, that means your altcoin's gonna dump even harder. So it's like the inverse, okay? Hopefully that makes sense. If you have some confusion around that, I've got a couple videos on my channel about the FBTC ratio and alt ratios in general. I highly suggest you go back and watch those. So we do have the CPI print tomorrow. BTC had a big move up. Now it's retracing. We definitely don't want this move to just full retrace. That would be bad. But again, I've laid out the ranges pretty clear, right? Hold here. This is our range. Lose this. I don't think this level holds for a third test. Maybe it does, but this becomes your range. Lose this. This becomes your range. Right? And then below here, the next level is 30. So those are the areas that I'm watching for reactions here. I probably am not going to position myself in any sort of leverage trades going into the CPI print tomorrow. I'd rather just wait. It's probably going to be some fuckery. I'd rather just sit out, let price show me what it wants to do, and then I'm happy to get in on some sort of continuation play, whether that's a pullback here and a long, right? Maybe it's a deeper pullback and then a short. Maybe we just go sideways. I don't know, but I'm just gonna wait and see. No reason to force anything at this time, in my opinion. Be patient. If you caught this move, that's a great trade. Make sure you paid yourself, and we're on to the next one. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll talk to you later. All right, guys, that's all I got for today's video. Do all the YouTube algorithm stuff that you guys do so well. We just hit 27,000 subscribers, which is amazing. Super stoked. We're gonna be at that 30K mark in no time. Next stop, 100,000 and that really cool YouTube plaque that I can put on my resume. But I hope you guys are enjoying the content I've been putting out, the responses I've been getting on the videos, the like to dislike ratio, positive comments. I'm loving it. Seems like everyone's enjoying themselves. So it makes me feel good, makes me motivated and want to keep pumping out these videos for y'all. Leave a comment, like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and we will talk to you guys on Sunday with another live stream. Trader Mayne out.